Arkansas 3-2 coming off that loss to Texas A&M. They're going to host Tennessee 4-0, which this is the first time that we have seen Tennessee since that big win at Oklahoma. And the line on this one, it is at 13.5 right now, Tennessee, and the over-under is at 59.5.
Why would I not bet Tennessee in this game? Somebody tell me, well, either one of y'all two, tell me why I would not take Tennessee minus 13.5 right now. Blaine, you tell me. I'm not saying you're picking this, but tell me why I would not take Tennessee in this game. Yeah.
Coming off a bye.
It's tough, isn't it?
I mean, the only thing I could say.
Bobby Petrino puts up 45 points.
Yeah.
He ain't throwing it.
I don't think you're going to do that. I think you're about to probably play the best defense in the SEC.
Yeah.
Does Nico still have to prove it?
Yeah, I think
he still has to prove it, right? On the road, SEC game. I mean, you play Oklahoma, your defense won that football game. Nico still has to prove in the big moments, which I think he has a talent and the skill to do that, but I still have to see it on the field. I don't know why this game's 13.5. It's starting to worry me that something's
low?
That I don't know, that something's going on, that I don't know that's going to happen on a Saturday, but I don't know how you can watch Tennessee's performance throughout the year and watch Arkansas throughout the year and don't think Tennessee is going to walk here and cover that. To me, this is almost a 3-possession game.
It is. I think right now it's one of the best bets on the board because it's not at 14. I think it's going to end up being there. David, I'm looking and again, I hate it for Sam Pittman, but I think last week was truly the beginning of the end here with his tenure at Arkansas. And again, I hate to say that when you look at the rest of their schedule, they were able to survive against a bad Auburn team on the road, a team that kills themselves multiple times. But when you watch the way the offensive line has played and the way it's kind of regressing, and you go and watch that A&M game, what you're about to see, I don't care if it's at home, I don't care if it was in Sam Pittman's backyard at a barbecue drinking a cold beer. A&M is really good up front. This is a different level too, because I don't think Taylon Green can outrun these guys at Tennessee. Tennessee, it's not just physicality. These guys are flying around the field. And Taylon Green, and they're smart, has gotten beat up the last couple weeks, right? And he is not going to throw you to a win against a really good defense. He was able to kind of find it against Oklahoma State, bad defense. But look at the rest. Look at UAB. They were able to score some, but he struggled to throw the ball. Against Auburn, yeah, he closed his eyes and threw one deep that a guy beat somebody deep in a drop 8 coverage, but he didn't really throw the ball that well this game. I am not finding a way where even if Taylon Green throws the ball decent, that he's going to be able to run around enough and create enough against this. You're playing right into Tennessee's. The minute you run out of that pocket, you are playing right into their hands. And they can overwhelm you from inside the pocket. And then defensively, I think Arkansas has done some good things this year. Travis Williams, I think, has done a really good job. I wish, we find a way to get him back at Auburn, not just for his coaching, but for his recruiting. But I look at this Tennessee offense, and I think they are chomping at the bit after that Oklahoma game. Because, look, they're a team. They're a complete team. But there's something about saying, hey, let's slow up on the offense and let the defense win the game for us, that as an offensive guy, you want to get back out there and say, hey, guys, we want to show the defense we can win a game for us too, even when the defense is playing good. I want to go hang a crooked number up on these guys. I think Tennessee smells blood in the water on offense. I think this could be a weekend where Nico explodes, not just through the air, but with his legs. Everybody's going to talk about Taylon Green's ability to run. I think we may see Nico's ability to run on display here up until the point where they don't need to do it anymore, where they have a lead that they're safe with. It could be a great game. I'm rooting for a great game. But yeah. David, I think the offense wants to come out and make a statement, and I think they will. I like Tennessee big in this one to cover.
Well, you talk about statements. Tennessee went on the road to Oklahoma and made a statement, right? Not that just going and beating Oklahoma, was an incredible feat all by itself, but with all the emotions that were tied up in that, with Josh Heupel coming back, with a young quarterback, Nico, first true road game, that was one of the reasons that I had picked Oklahoma preseason to win that football game. I do think that was an incredible statement for them. And Josh Heupel in the locker room after seeing how he was getting a little bit emotional and his team giving him the the game ball. To me, Tennessee every week has an opportunity to go from, oh, wow, this is a really good team that has a good roster and they could potentially do something. They have a chance every week to go, no, we're going to make a statement each week and show that we're not going to do what Ole Miss just did. We're not going to go into a game unprepared. We're not going to go into a game as a 2-touchdown favorite and all of a sudden it's close late in the fourth and we lose it. We're going to be on the winning end of these games.
And two things to that point, David. Sometimes that's why going on the road helps. I've talked about this a lot. It narrows your focus. You are going into hostile territory, right? You know that it's just going to be you guys. And we have to play clean on the road to be able to win this game. And I was thinking the minute that last second ticked off the clock in that Ole Miss-Kentucky game, how many times this week is Josh Heupel, when he's got the team up after practice, right? Everybody's on a knee, the trainers talked, the assistant coaches talked, then the head coach talks. How many times is he going to point to that Ole Miss-Kentucky game and say, guys, it is not about Arkansas, just like it was not about Oklahoma, just like it was not about NC State or Kent State. It is about us. It is about us getting better at what we do and setting the tone to the team that we are playing because we are so good at what we do. Yes, we will scheme for them. Yes, you will get a scouting report that lets you know who makes their plays, what their tendencies are, hell, probably what they ate for dinner all week. But it is about us and its fundamentals of blocking, tackling, playing organized, violent, aggressive, and smart football. I think Tennessee puts their best foot forward this weekend, and going on the road sometimes helps.
Yep. No doubt. You want to go to the chat?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go to the big GBO. What's up, brother? Says, guys, I agree with it. I have Tennessee win this game, and I have Tennessee winning this game big. But let's flip this. How would Arkansas win this football game?
It's a great question. I think you would have to have a similar situation to what you saw in Oklahoma. It would have to be a low-scoring game. You may get this Tennessee defense a couple times, but I don't think you're getting to the 30s. It is a narrow path. Special teams, we talked about it. You're probably going to need to do something big on special teams. Even if it's hoping Tennessee misses a couple field goals, you have a couple big returns that don't have to score, but put your team into position. But without a doubt, the thing that you're going to have to do is find a way to run the ball with Taylor Green and Jaquindon Jackson. That's what you're going to have to do. Because if this turns into what y'all are living, Arkansas is living in a 3rd and 7 world, Taylor may be able to run for 1 or 2 of them, but it's going to get paid back on the other end, and you're going to find yourself having to punt to midfield and Tennessee getting a short field. So it starts with the run game, which opens up the pass game for Taylor Green. It gets guys more open. But again, it is such a narrow path that you have to hope the other team kind of loses the game a little bit, because I think that's how quality Tennessee.
Seems like they'd have to win the turnover battle by a factor of multiples. Like
Probably
2-0 or 3-1, and then in the red zone, score touchdowns every time you get in there.
And timely penalties. Maybe Tennessee, it's a big 70-yard touchdown, but there's a hold, right, that brings them back. You're going to have to catch a lot of breaks. Not that it's impossible, but it's going to be tough. Hey, YouTube, what's up? You liking what you're smelling, huh? We appreciate you. Hit that subscribe button. Works for everybody, helps everybody, and we're very, very thankful you guys are here.